Alrighty, hello, everybody. Hope we're all doing well and having a good Friday so far. Let's turn the mic up a little bit. Make sure all the things are doing the things that they're meant to be doing and the things with the stuff. This is going to be, I'm really going to sell it now. This is going to be a really boring stream. Dear. But it is what it is, and I'm just going to do it anyway. So yeah, I found an old Case Logic. I was clearing out the shed again a little bit again last night. And I found an old Case Logic case. For those who aren't aware they are, I mean, I'll put my camera down in a minute so you can actually see it. But it was like zip up cases you could put like your CDs and DVDs and stuff in to keep them safe. I had one for music and one for movies. Judging by the size of this one, I think this is my one for movies rather than music. So we don't get to explore my terrible music taste, but we do at least get to see how much money I fucking wasted in my early 20s. Buying DVDs. And how much that would compare to like a yearly Netflix subscription. Although you probably have to have all of them to get all of the films, and then they might take them away. So I still think DVDs are the way to go. Well, Blu-rays now, but dear. All right. So yes, as you can see, it's very dirty. It's very dusty. I'll be quite surprised if there isn't something living in here, which may scare the shit out of me at some point. Like I said, I haven't opened it. The zip does seem to be busted, but I haven't opened it, so I don't know if it's movies or music yet. I'm pretty sure it's going to be movies. I think the movie one was substantially bigger, and I think this is the big one. Than my music collection. I wonder if I'll be able to find my music collection one as well as I go through. And yeah, like I said, I don't think this is going to be an interesting stream, but it's what I'm doing tonight. At least until we run out of music, which could be in about 10 minutes. I have no idea what was in the queue this week. Anyway, let's open it. Okay, it is movies. Okay, you are not happy. I think you're unlocked, but honestly, I never really understood how this thing worked. I remember that. Oh, we're off to a cracking start. That is Snakes on a Plane. Which I still think is probably one of the most awful films I've ever watched more than once, because I do thoroughly enjoy it. But it is not a good film. And if you haven't seen it, I do not recommend going to get it. I'm pretty sure there is a scene of a couple having sex in an airplane bathroom getting completely bitten to death by a snake. And that is probably the only reason why I've never joined the Mile High Club. Not because of lack of willing partners. It was the irrational fear of snakes. It's one of the many ways I'm very much like Indiana Jones. Without a paddle. What the hell? Oh, that's like a Seth, not Seth Rogen. It's the other Seth before Seth Rogen was famous. Seth Green. I remember that being quite a sweet film, actually. Like they go on an adventure because one of their friends died and they find a map. Aladdin, the animated one, obviously. None of that terrible, scary live action Will Smith one. Hey, Axie, how's it going? Welcome. Yeah, I was clearing out one of the sheds and I found this, and I just thought it'd be interesting to go, like, what was I watching? I mean, yeah, these have all got to be at like a minimum 20 years ago. Somewhere around there, I think, is when I stopped spending money on this. Oh dear. Last day work for a 3-day weekend in the States. I think we have a bank holiday over here as well, but bank holidays don't really mean a lot to me. Oh dear. Because, yeah, what Dodgeball must have come out in... Oh, God. Dodgeball's going to be way older than I think, isn't it? Right, if I think Dodgeball is about 10 years old, that probably means it's about 20. I don't know, 2005, 2006, maybe? I don't know. Got any plans for the long weekend? But Dodgeball, good film. I think at the first page, the only one I wouldn't rate particularly highly is Snakes on a Plane. This would definitely be number 3. Out of these two, I think I've probably watched Dodgeball more, honestly, than Aladdin. I like Aladdin, don't get me wrong. Also, this is disc 2, so I don't know where disc 1 of Aladdin is, and I don't know what's on disc 2 of Aladdin. So on the basis it's just disc 2, I'm going to say Dodgeball wins this page. Am I going to rate every page like this? Probably not. Got to do some repair on your outdoor storage cabinet and reading books. Oh, it's one of the things about long weekends, right? It's like, it's great you can get stuff done, but the other side of it is, can't I just relax and do nothing? All right. Now we're seeing some early DVDs before they... Oh, my God, that silver one is right in the light. You can't really see it, which was probably good. Cats and Dogs. That's a film I'd forgotten even existed. I'm going to be honest with you. And I think that, again, that might be a disc 2. The Brady Bunch movie. Why the fuck do I own that? What was I drinking when I bought that one? And then I think this is... I think that's one of the Willy Wonkers, but I can't remember which one. And again, it's disc 2. I've got a lot of disc 2s. We're just going to ignore that page. Let's say that page doesn't exist because it's awful. DuckTales, the movie, fantastic movie, great movie. One of the best movies ever made. That is probably overcooking it, but great movie. 2 discs of Elf. I enjoyed Elf when it came out. I've definitely gone off the boil on Elf as time has gone by. I don't know if that's just because I've become more miserable as I've gotten older, or I just don't enjoy it as much, but whatever. And then Fantastic Four. I think that's the one with like Chris Evans, and I can't remember who else was in it. Like Jessica Alba, I think. The winner on this page is DuckTales, the movie, and I don't care about the others. Hey, LP, cheers for the look. That's a very empty page. I'm going to assume that probably at some point they look like they've had discs in them, so I've probably lost a lot of discs over the years as well. All right, but Gone. Oh my God. Gone Fishing. That is Danny Glover and Joe Pesci, and it is a terrible movie, and I did not know I owned it. Good Boy is probably about a dog. I don't remember it at all, I'll be honest. And Hey Arnold, the movie. Well, I mean, that's just a movie for Hey Arnold. So I guess that one wins this page. Hook is one of those films that I loved as a child, and then I watched as an adult and realized how bad it was. Again, that's Disc 2. Disc 2 of Lady and the Tramp. Cool Runnings. Great film. Your boss is on vacation. You have 2 emails from him before 5:30 this morning. You've been in the office for 45 minutes before you noticed. Oh, these people who cannot relax on vacation, they really need to get a life. Cool Runnings, great movie. Oh, but we're pairing that up against The Lion King. Again, the animated one, not the travesty of a... He's also the company owner. Even so, you got to learn to relax and trust your staff. I know it's harder when you own it, but yeah. Oh, Cool Runnings or The Lion King? I think it would probably The Lion King would just edge out Cool Runnings, but Cool Runnings is a great film. Again, the animated Lion King, not that travesty of it. Well, the first thing I saw in this was the Lizzie McGuire movie, and I do not know why I own that. Hey, Riot Dog, how's it going? I clearly hadn't pressed that this morning. Lion King all day, but barely. Yeah, right. All right, so what we've got here. Little Shop of Horrors wins this page. I don't even need to look at the rest. This is obviously some kind of bonus disc. The Madagascar Penguins in a Christmas Mission. I'm sure I've seen it. Little Nicky is a terrible film. I don't know why I own it. And I do not know why I own the Lizzie McGuire movie. So yeah, Little Shop of Horrors. All right, that weird, I'm going to say it's not a modern Peter Pan remake anymore. It's probably like 26 years old. Pirates of the Caribbean, the first one. Oh, but is this the first Pokemon movie? The first Pokemon movie. Hey, Serenity.
Go ahead.
How's it going? Welcome.
Make my day.
I hope you're doing well. I'm going to have to give it to the first Pokemon movie just for the memories. Like, I think the first Pirates of the Caribbean is probably the better movie. But I think Pokemon wins for me. The first one. The rest of the Pokemon movies were kind of, nah. But, you know. And yeah, Peter Pan. Do we even rank Peter Pan? Okay, I feel like I was far too old to be buying most of these films when I was buying them. Like, this looks like the collection of someone who was in, like, 10 or 11 years old. But I would have been in my, like, probably between 17 and 25 when I bought most of these. All right, Recess, School's Out. I do not remember robots at all. I have a feeling one of them might be like Ewan McGregor or something like that. But other than that, I don't really remember it. And then apparently Shrek. And a special 3D side adventure of Shrek. Oh, was that the one with Robin Williams? Honey, you missed delivery, but making the baby is the fun part. I feel like I vaguely remember it. But no, I think I'm probably going to have to give the win on that page to Shrek. I remember the movie of Recess not being bad, but not anything particularly special. Shrek 2, the Powerpuff Girls movie. I've completely forgotten what happens in the Powerpuff Girls movie. Well, the animated Tarzan. I think Shrek 2 is going to take the win. Everyone has forgotten what happens in that movie. Not only did I have the movie, but I had the board game. And the board game was bad as well. And that was before they turned everything into a board game. All right. We've lost some here. All right, so Disc 2 Tarzan, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the movie. So that's the first one. Ah, the Goonies, though. I think I've got to give the win on this page to the Goonies. It is only Disc 2. It's not the actual movie of the Goonies. So maybe Turtles beats out the bonus features of the Goonies? Ah, dear. All right, out of Emperor's New Groove, and even if this was Disc 1 of The Incredibles, Emperor's New Groove would win. I love Emperor's New Groove. It's one of my favorite Disney films. Ah, dear. You know, I put all my bonus content and second tiers in the same case. Ah, dear. Incredibles is better. I respectfully disagree. Emperor's New Groove has got, I think, some of the best comedy in a Disney animated film. I do like The Incredibles, though. Actually, no, The Incredibles 2 wasn't that bad. I don't think they've made a third one yet. Oh, wow. Now we're getting to some real old school ones. All right. So the Mighty Ducks. I think that's the first one. Yeah, that's the first one. The Neverending Story Chapter 2 and the Neverending Story 3. I'm going to imagine at one point in this gap here was the Neverending Story. It's Disney. I think they're working on a third one, but I don't think it's out yet, is it? If it is, I haven't watched The Incredibles 3. I wasn't that long ago I watched Incredibles 2. Mighty Ducks. Not even a competition. If the Neverending Story, the first one, had been in here, maybe. I think Jack Black is in the third one, but even that isn't going to win it over for me. Also, chat, is incredibly warm here today. We're up to about 26, 27 degrees around where I am. That's Celsius. Duh. As it is, Trunks is your prime sub through tomorrow. Duh. And it's meant to get hotter over this weekend, so it's going to be an interesting weekend. All right, next page. The SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Thomas and the Magic Railroad, I have a horrible feeling is the Thomas the Tank Engine movie with a Baldwin in it. I think. And then this is one of the X-Men. I'm going to assume it's the first one. Alec Baldwin was the conductor for a bit. I don't remember a lot about the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. I think David Hasselhoff made an appearance in it. There. Because I'm sure they end up coming to the real world and it's all very awkward looking. But if this is the first X-Men, I think that one would win out. Turns out they were in his bikini bottoms. Dear. Oh my God. Okay, yeah. There's the other X-Men films. Let's ignore those. Apparently I went through a little bit of a Eddie Murphy terrible comedy phase. Daddy Daycare. I'm not convinced I even remember the plot to that film. I'm going to assume he opens up some kind of daycare while being the daddy. I'm getting that from the title. The Nutty Professor, I don't remember being very good, and it led to the terrible sequel. It was called The Clumps or something. And this is Teen Wolf, although I think this might be Teen Wolf 2. It's funny because men don't know how to deal with children. Even if that is Teen Wolf 2, it might be both of them on one disc, or there may have been a Teen Wolf disc here. I don't know. But I think even Teen Wolf 2 beats out the competition. So I'm gonna put Teen Wolf there. Teaching Miss Tingle, I don't know what that is. That might be a porn. I don't know. Oh dear. Oh dear. That was my Mills and Boon research. And then Monty Python and the Holy Grail. I mean, it's the only one on the page, but that would undoubtedly win regardless of what was there. Snakes on a Train. I told you it existed. No one believes me, but there it is. The Psycho Collection. Psycho wins. The first one. All right. Ice Age 2. Snakes on a Train. That definitely doesn't win. Over the Hedge. That's the Bruce Willis one, right? Or is that not the Bruce Willis one? So that means Avril Lavigne and William Shatner were also in it. But then you do have the original Cars. I think Cars is the one that wins, but honorable mention because Avril Lavigne was in this film, and I just feel like I have to, right? I don't think I've got anything that will play DVDs anymore, but I do kind of want to rewatch Snakes on a Train because I do remember it being incredibly bad. And yes, they made a cheaper version of Snakes on a Plane because that did so well. Okay, that is actually the movie of Clerks on its 10th anniversary. God, how long ago was that? When they were celebrating the 10th anniversary of Clerks. That's the Superman film, which I honestly don't understand why I brought because I didn't like it. I went to the cinema to see that and I didn't like it, so I don't know why I ended up with a fucking DVD of it as well. But Basketball, it's not a porn and it has Helen Mirren in it. Is it? I wonder if it's one of those like teen horror murder mystery films they would do. I don't remember it at all. I think Clerks is probably the better film, but I fucking love Basketball. High school kid kills a teacher to get valedictorian. Maybe I was just living out a fantasy at the time. Also, I have a strange... Was that Katie Holmes on the cover? Was Katie Holmes in it? I'll be honest, depending on what my age was at the time, that may have been why I brought it. Oh, dear. Yes, she was. I think I have to give it to Clerks on that one. But yeah, I do love Basketball. Although, like I said, I haven't watched it in a while. I don't know if I would appreciate the humor as much as I once did. Bonus features for Clerks. Apparently, they did a lot of bonus features. Death Becomes Her. That is Bruce Willis and... It's like a Meryl Streep or Glenn Close. I think it might be Meryl Streep. I think Meryl Streep is the one who ends up dead. And then Juice Bigelow, male gigolo. Oh, 20-year-old me. 20 year ago me even. You were one classy gentleman. I mean, that has to go to Death Becomes Her if it's the film I'm thinking of. Talking about classy. All right, Pirates of the Caribbean, the second one, and Eric the Viking. Eric the Viking. Freddy Got Fingered, or disc 2 of a different version of Monty Python and the Holy Grail. Because we've already seen Holy Grail, haven't we? Yes. If the actual movie was here, that would win. But I'll be honest, I have a soft spot for Freddy. Again, this is one of those films I don't know if I would appreciate the humor anymore. But I do remember this film, and I do remember some of the stupid shit that he did. The one that comes to mind straight away is when it's a childbirthing scene, and he just grabs the newly born child by the umbilical cord and is just like twirling it above his head. And I think he's screaming, "I'll wake the baby," or something like that. And I also believe he plays some kind of piano or organ made out of sausages. All right, Life of Brian. That's going to be hard to beat. Oh, but that is Blade Runner there. Looking sexy. And Mystery Men? Oh, Life of Brian versus Blade Runner. Which version of Blade Runner? The director's cut. I don't remember which ending that's going to have.
Don't sass me.
Mystery Men all day. I think it's got to go to Life of Brian. Life of Brian is just one of those films that I just think is. It does a very good job of taking a very controversial thing and doing comedy about it, but not, in my opinion. I'm sure if you're actually incredibly faithful, that it probably is awful and you think it's the worst thing ever made. But I don't think it really takes the piss out of Christianity. It takes the piss out of human beings. And we deserve to have the piss taken out of us. All right, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? Or Road Trip. You watched Life of Brian in a religious studies class. Your professor said he considered it the best Jesus movie. Yeah. Again, I think it was, because it's not taking the piss out of people with faith. It's taking the piss out of the dogma of religion and how willing the human race can be to kind of. Well, I just found the other disc of Holy. Well, Oh Brother, Where Art Thou wins this one, obviously. I don't really remember Road Trip. I'm trying to think of the guy who was in it. He was one of those people that everyone was, hey, Trunks. DVDs indeed. Like, they were convinced he was going to be a big star. And then I think he ended up being in like a lawyer show with, I don't think it was Zach from Saved by the Bell. But I think he has to go to try and get a video back of him cheating on his girlfriend or something like that. I think that's the general plot of Road Trip. Why do I remember such useless information about films, but I can't remember the day I was born? All right, good page there, good empty page. Right, okay, if this was Wayne's World here, that would win this page. It's Wayne's World 2, which is nowhere near as good, but still a very good movie. Evolution, and the actual movie of the Holy Grail. I think because I've already given a win to Holy Grail, because apparently I bought the DVD twice for some reason, I think I'm going to give it to Evolution, because that it's basically Ghostbusters, but it's got the guy from X-Files in it. Breckin Meyer. He's like a. I can just about picture him, I think. Is Road Trip the one that had, what is he called? He always played the chubby guy, the chubby friend with glasses. And is Road Trip the one where they end up at the Amish community? And I think Seth Green is playing one of the Amish. Is that Road Trip, or have I got a completely different film in my mind? There was like a load of those kind of like teen road trip movies came out all in one go, and they all kind of like mushed together. But yeah, I give that to Evolution. It's got X-Files guy is one of the stars, and then you've got I've forgotten his name. He's really good though. No, his name's not coming to me. But yeah, Evolution wins that page. Okay, so now we're on the Alien page. I've forgotten there were so many Alien movies. Oh dear. Now David Duchovny is the X-Files guy, and then you had the other guy who plays a character I don't think you would get away with in this day and age because he's basically a very creepy school teacher when it comes to the female students. I mean, Alien. Actually, I don't know. Do I prefer Alien or Aliens? I think I'd actually have to watch them again to decide. Out of Alien 3 and Alien Resurrection, let's just call it a tie, for they're both pretty bad. Orlando Jones, that's him. That's the guy I'm thinking of. Wow. Oh, it's next to the... I was going to say Flash Gordon's definitely going to win, but then I saw The Fifth Element here, but we're getting ahead of ourselves. All right. Alien versus Predator versus Artificial Intelligence. Which one was Artificial Intelligence? Is that the one with the creepy robot boy? And some kind of teddy bear? Is it Spielberg? Hey, LP. I think AI wins that one. I mean, it's not a hard contest. It's a bonus features from Alien versus Predator, which is not a good film. Yeah, it's the same kid that was in The Sixth Sense, right? The I See Dead People kid. Haley Joel Osment or something like that. Capricorn 1. Is that the George Clooney movie? The Fifth Element, obviously I remember Fifth Element, and Flash Gordon. So I don't think there's any doubt about it that The Fifth Element is the better film. I'm giving it to Flash Gordon purely for Brian Blessed. And the absolutely kick-ass soundtrack. Fifth Element is definitely the better film, though. All right, Minority Report. That's that Tom Cruise one. Predator and Predator 2. I do have a soft spot for the first Predator. Now, if I remember correctly, Predator 2, the human is Danny Glover. And it's not very good. But Minority Report, I thought was a good film. And again, we seem to be like mixed with artificial intelligence and Minority Report. I think we're seeing the films that gave the people the idea of where the world should go. And maybe I should mark them down just for that. I'm giving it to Predator. Fuck it. Saturn 3, I don't remember that at all. I'll be honest. So it's going to have to go to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, which I thought was quite a good version of it. Not the best. Definitely not the best, but definitely didn't mind it. All right, Brazil or Easy Rider? It's in the city and it's horrible. Yeah, Predator 2, yeah. So Brazil is it's based on 1984, if I remember correctly. Very artsy. I'm pretty sure it's one of the Monty Python guys who directed it. And Easy Rider is Easy Rider. I think I have to give it to Brazil. Like, Brazil is just one of those fantastically bizarre movies. But like Easy Rider, fucking classic. We don't need to spend a lot of time debating which one's better, Fight Club or Four Brothers. It's clearly Four Brothers. It's Fight Club. We all know it's Fight. I don't even remember Four Brothers. It's clearly got Mark Wahlberg in it because there's his face. But other than that. Oh, Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs? I find that harder. You think Four Brothers was a remake of a classic movie, Four Feathers, which is actually brilliant? I don't know which one I rate higher out of Pulp Fiction or Reservoir Dogs, honestly. I think probably Pulp Fiction. Probably just edges Reservoir Dogs out. Both good films, though, if you like that kind of thing. All right, the bonus features of 7. Mallrats. Going against the Titan is the Shawshank Redemption. Well, I mean, there's a clear winner there. It's Shawshank. I think even if the movie 7 was here, I like 7. But yeah, Shawshank is just... Should have won the Oscar. I think Forrest Gump won it or something. All right. Bonus features for Shawshank. Actually, I think this might be the second part of the movie. I can't remember if Shawshank was one of the ones where you had to change DVD halfway through. Like the old days. The Sixth Sense, good for... And I don't actually know what this is. Okay, I can take clues from the second disc. It's The Usual Suspects. I think. No, I don't know if that's right, actually. Okay, yeah, it is The Usual Suspects. Okay. Usual Suspects, I think, takes it over the bonus features in Sixth Sense. Good film, Usual Suspects. All right. Bonus features, Usual Suspects. 28 Days Later, which is the zombie movie, not the romantic comedy with Sandra Bullock, where she goes into rehab. Never get those two movies confused and take your girlfriend at the time to the wrong one. You'll notice I said girlfriend at the time. Did not go well. And then the classic that is Bubba Hotep. Bubba Hotep is a fucking classic. Has Bubba Hotep gained like a cult audience, or is it just something that kind of came and went? It's Bruce Campbell is Elvis, and I think the other guy thinks he's John F. Kennedy, I think. Something like that. Great movie. All right, Corpse Bride, Dawn of the Dead. That's going to be the newer ones. Or Donnie Darko. I haven't watched any of these films in a long, long time. There's a small cult following, but it's more for Bruce in the film. I think it's a great film. Like, if you haven't watched it and you like kind of like a slow burn, supernatural, kind of weird film, like Bubba Hotep is up there. It's going to be between Donnie Darko and Corpse Bride. Donnie Darko is a very mind-bendy film. And is that the one that's got Bruce Willis in a bunny outfit? Or am I thinking of North? I might be joining two films together in my head. I honestly don't know. You just don't jam with Corpse Bride? It's not bad. I mean, Nightmare Before Christmas is better. It's been interesting as I've gotten older how much has come out to say that they weren't. I think Tim Burton was attached to Corpse Bride as well, right? Just like how little Tim Burton did on them. Yeah, I think Donnie Darko. All right, so we got Eight-Legged Freaks, which stars Courtney Cox's husband. And and spiders versus the Evil Dead 2, and Army of Darkness. The Evil Dead, I do not rate at all. I think they made the correct decision going from proper horror to going down the more comedic road. Army of Darkness is weird because it's got a number of different endings, and I feel they do change the film quite dramatically. And I can never remember which one the canon ending is. I think I would give it to Evil Dead 2. I like Army of Darkness, but I think Evil Dead 2 is basically a Bruce Campbell one-man show, and I think he does it really well. You not a fan of the Evil Dead, LP? I don't like the first one. I can understand why people didn't really like the fact that a girl gets raped by a tree. Seemed a weird thing to put in. But yeah, I do like Evil Dead 2. Oh God, what have I just done? I think I was hitting my keyboard buttons and things have happened. Hopefully I haven't broken anything. Oh dear. People call that comedy? Well, it's more comedy horror, right? It's horror that doesn't take itself seriously. The second one. And I think it came directly as a result of the first one was banned. So I think, what was he called? Sam Raimi, the director? From Dusk Till Dawn. Is that the vampire movie with George Clooney? And then Dusk Till Dawn 2 and Dusk Till Dawn 3. And Jennifer Lopez. I mean, I have to give it to the first one. And yeah, the first one isn't that bad. I don't remember the other two off the top of my head. But there you go. God, how much money did I waste on fucking DVDs when I was in my late teens, early 20s? Fucking hell, man. Could have bought a house. Damn it, the boomers were right. If I hadn't been buying this and my avocado toast, I could have had a house. Maybe I could build a house out of DVDs. Go to Bar Vampires. All right, Hannibal is not Silence of the Lambs, but wasn't bad. The book was better. Hide and Seek, I do not remember at all. But I'm going to imagine it's kind of a horror where a girl has to hide and someone tries to seek. Idle Hands, I definitely remember. That's another Seth Green, and I can't remember the guy who actually has the idle hand in it. God, am I really going to give a win to I like Idle Hands, but it is in no way a good movie. I don't remember Hide and Seek at all. Yeah, I guess Idle Hands out those. All right. Jack, oh my God. Okay, now I need to find a DVD player. Do you know how long I've been trying to find Jack Frost and Jack Frost 2 so I can try and watch them again? And I had them all along. So this isn't the Michael Keaton family-friendly film. This is Jack Frost is a serial killer snowman film. And, yes. They're not good films, but I remember fucking loving them. But then you do have The Crow at the end. I think I would have to give it to The Crow. Crow is one of those films I think you either love or you hate, and I'm kind of in the middle. So it's not one of the, it's not a Marmite film at all. I just talked myself out of that. Don't listen to me. You wonder if they renamed it for the digital releases now. But yes. This, I think, is Silence of the Lambs. It should say is somewhere on it what it is, but... Yeah, Silence of the Lambs. You love The Crow, but the sequels and remakes are garbage. Oh yeah, 100%. Yes. Now, Wolf Creek, I think if it's the film I'm thinking of, it's based, I think, like people hiking in the Australian outback, and they kind of get kidnapped and murdered. Silence of the Lambs wins. I mean, but I think that's Wolf Creek, and it's not terrible from what I remember. But again, I haven't opened this for at least 15 years, so I haven't watched any of these movies in a long, long time. Unless I've rebought them in some kind of digital form. All right. The Back to the Future series, I still rate Back to the Future Part 2 as the best. Come at me. All right. We got Batman, the original Batman, Michael Keaton. Batman Returns, also Michael Keaton. Big Trouble in Little China. Oh, and then Blade. Ooh, that throws a little bit of a wrench in the works for me. I must ponder. I must drink coffee and ponder. I think probably Big Trouble in Little China. Although I do really like the first Blade. I'm not going to lie. All right. The other Blades and Cocktail. What a thing to have next to the Blades. All right, well, Blade Trinity was absolute hot garbage. Blade 2. I can't remember what happens in Blade 2. Cocktail, Tom Cruise makes a lot of cocktails. And there's a boat called, like, Fields and Dreams, and then it gets set on fire and his friend dies. The trouble is, if I go to Cocktail here, Tom Cruise is then clearly going to win on the next page as well. No, I shouldn't worry about that. All right, so we've got Collateral. I think he's like a hitman who's developing a heart or something. I don't remember Collateral. Blade 2 is the guys at the whole face open. Is Blade 2 the one where he rescues... Because I think, what's he called? Whistler? Something like that. I think he dies at the end of the first Blade, right? And then Blade 2, Wesley Snipes rescues him. And then Blade Trinity is where it's like the daughter of Whistler or something stupid like that. I think. No, the one with the face opens up, I think, is the first one, right? Because it's the... No, I think you're right. Yes. Yeah, because the first one, you're against Deacon Frost, you're against the young guy. And then, yes, it's the second... Actually, is it... So the second one is where he teams up with the vampires to fight the even worse vampires. Monday vampire named Deacon Frost, yeah. Reapers are dangerous new mutant strange vampires. If you know both humans and vampires. Yes. So that's the one where because it turns out to be the son of the big vampire, and the girl who teams up with Blade in the second one is the daughter of the same vampire. And it's all that kind of stuff. Oh, Pirate Software. Nobody cares about you and your little Nepo baby bullshit. Don't know why anybody cared about you, to be honest. All right, I think then Blade 2 beats out Cocktail. Cocktails and Dreams. Collateral, again, I think he's a hitman with a heart of gold. Something. Days of Thunder, he drives round and round around a track in a NASCAR car. If Die Hard the movie was actually here, that would obviously win hands down, but it's just the extras. I'm still going to give it to Die Hard. Fuck it. All right, Die Hard 2 versus Die Hard: A Revengeance special features. I guess Die Hard 2 the movie is better than the special features of Die Hard: A Revengeance, but Die Hard: A Revengeance is still probably my second favorite Die Hard. The original is kind of hard to beat, but I do like Die Hard: A Revengeance. All right, the special features of Hellboy. Hostage, which I don't know what Hostage is at all. They probably keep someone a hostage. And Napoleon Dynamite. Okay, Napoleon Dynamite is that awkward film with the kid who's at school. Yeah, okay, I remember Napoleon Dynamite. I guess that's getting the win. I do not remember Hostage at all, so couldn't have been that good. You don't know me, but I know you, and I have special talents movie? Maybe. I don't remember. I am getting nothing from that at all. So clearly I didn't enjoy it. Maybe I never even watched it. All right, so we've got Indiana Jones's. Not Raiders, though, which is interesting. So it's Temple of the Doom. God, how old am I? Temple of Doom and Last Crusade. And the first Kill Bill. Last Crusade. If Raiders was in there, it would be, to me, a more difficult discussion. Because I do sometimes flip on which Indiana Jones I prefer to Last Crusade and Raiders. Temple of Doom, I think, is the worst one. Former LA SWAT officer Jeff Teeley is a hostage negotiator in Los Angeles. One day, Teeley negotiates with an abusive man who has taken his own wife and son hostage after learning his wife was cheating on him. I think I may have never watched it. Why did I buy it? All right, and then we've got the Lethal Weapons. Oh, dear. Which Lethal Weapon has got Danny Glover on the toilet when there's a bomb underneath it? Because whichever one that is, that's the best Lethal Weapon. It's got Bruce Willis in it. Cheers for the lurk, LP. But yeah, I think Lethal Weapon 2 wins that one. We're almost there. All right, what is this? Oh, Lock, Stock, and Two Smoking Barrels. Bruce Campbell in Running Time. I vaguely remember that. It's not good. Sin City, and then this has got to be a Terminator film, I think. It's The Terminator. So I enjoyed Sin City when it came out. But I'll be honest, it's not a film I've watched. I think I only ever watched it, well, probably twice. Once at the cinema and once on DVD. I think I picked up the graphic novel out or comic, whatever it was, after I saw it and enjoyed that a lot more. Running Time is just a terrible movie that I only would have brought because Bruce Campbell was in it. So I think it's between Terminator and Lock, Stock. Terminator 2 wins the next page and would have won this page as well because Terminator 2 is my favorite Terminator film. Hey, Aaron. Sin City is a hard watch because it's so brutal and stylized. Still a great movie. I think that's the problem, right? I think it's one of those ones that probably is a good movie. So I just don't watch it that often. I think I'm going to have to give it to Terminator, I think. first one's still a great movie. Terminator 3, piece of garbage, and then everyone after that has just been awful. The French Connection, great film, or one of the Fistful of Dollars movie. Which one is this going to be? This is The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, so I was completely wrong. What the fuck is... Sorry, I know I'm jumping a page, but what the fuck is this? Oh, The Great Escape. Okay. Anyway. Ooh, French Connection or The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly. The HD black and white gave you a headache by the end of the movie. Yeah, that's probably a sentence you did need to correct there. They're both good movies. I think I would give it to The French Connection, but purely because I do quite like a hard-boiled detective movie. Which this really isn't. There's not a lot of detecting goes on. It's more beating up minorities, but that's how they did it back then. So I'm not condoning it, but, you know. You haven't seen French Connection yet? I recommend it. It's a good film. Probably Gene Hackman's best. All right, so then we'll ignore the special edition. So we've got The Great Escape or the Michael Caine Italian Job. Oh, real good stunt driving, yeah. It's up there with Bullet for stunt driving. It's a better film than Bullet. I would say. Like, I enjoy Bullet, but Bullet is saved by the stunt driving. The French Connection is a good film anyway. And if you're talking about good stunt driving, the original, I got to give it to the original Italian Job with Michael Caine, I think. Like, The Great Escape is a good... I wanted to say great movie, but I don't know, honestly know if I can say that. Good movie, but yeah, Michael Caine Italian Job. Pulling over to a restaurant to make a phone call to police HQ. I mean, there's a lot of that in French Connection as well. Like, it's definitely dated, but... All right, Tom Cruise in The Last Samurai, The Mask of Zorro, or the original Mummy movie. I'm not giving it to The Last Samurai. Not that I remember The Last Samurai being awful. I just don't remember it being good. Last Samurai was good, except the whole save people, save Asians again. The Mask of Zorro is the first one with Antonio Banderas and Anthony Hopkins handing over. I think it's got to go to The Mummy. I think. It was classic white savior, yeah, and of course you had Tom Cruise being the classic white savior, and I think that's kind of what he believes he is. So it was hard to wash the Tom Cruise stink off The Last Samurai, but it's got some good fights, all that kind of stuff. Mask of Zorro's got some good fights in it as well, but yeah, I think The Mummy probably wins on that one. All right, so now we got The Mummy Returns versus The Scorpion King. Now, I have a lot of love for The Scorpion King. It is not a good film. It is a terrible film, but I have a lot of love for The Scorpion King because of how bad it is and how Rock the Dwayne Johnson had clearly not learned how to act yet. And they also relied very heavily on his wrestling moves to sell it, right? He was definitely The Rock in that movie, not Dwayne Johnson. The Mummy Returns isn't terrible. So I think I would have to give it to The Mummy Returns out of these options. But yeah, I have a lot of love for the Scorpion King, and still hasn't. He's definitely improved. You know, I don't think he's Oscar ready yet, but he's definitely got better. Oh dear. It's why Dave Bautista is a better actor. Oh, he's 100% better. All right, the original Top Gun, or now, which version of the War of the Worlds do I think this is? It's probably the terrible Tom Cruise one. Why do I have so... I don't even like Tom Cruise. Why do I own so many fucking Tom Cruise films? It's got to go to Top Gun. Oh, well, now we got some classics. Tom Cruise does make good movies, and that is true. What year is it? Because it might have been a reissue of the original. I don't know which one this is. But yeah, okay. So Attack of the Killer Tomatoes, fantastically bad film. Plughead Rewired, Circuitry Man 2. Do I remember Circuitry Man 1? It's got to go to Attack of the Killer Tomatoes. I enjoy that film. All right, what we got here? All right, Dirty Harry. I think these are all the Dirty Harry films. I think. I think Magnum Force is the sequel, and I think The Enforcer is also a Dirty Harry film, because there are more Dirty Harry films than I realized. Would probably give it to Dirty Harry because that's the only one I actually remember. Because I think the Deadpool is one of theirs. It's not Ryan Reynolds. All right, Conan the Barbarian versus the Fellowship of the Ring Special Extended Edition. I mean, Fellowship wins. Conan the Barbarian is, again, one of those films that I remember really enjoying as a kid, and I've found less and less enjoyable the more I've watched it. Oh, look. After the Fellowship, Two Towers. I think we can just ignore these. They all win. Okay, Hercules in New York is, I believe, Arnold Schwarzenegger's first film. What the fuck is Our Lips Are Sealed? Okay, I've just seen over here Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen films. I think this might be a Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen film as well. Oh, dear. You just watched a version of Fellowship where your friend's husband dubbed all the lines from memory. It was a riot of a laugh of how bad it was. Nice. I'm going to give it to Hercules in New York. All right. Getting there with Mary-Kate and Ashley Olsen. Tom Hanks, The Lady Killers. Okay, as an aside, to this day, I still think this is probably the most boring film I've ever watched. And that includes the second Matrix and Attack of the Clones, which are two films I've never actually finished and I've fallen asleep through. This, yeah, no, not a good film. Forever Young, I think, is Mel Gibson in a treehouse. He's like a pilot or something. Like a World War II pilot, but he's somehow in modern day, which probably would have been like the 1990s. And then Wild Things, I think, is the not Matt Damon, Matt Dillon Denise Richards and somebody else movie, which I think is most famous for Denise Richards getting her tits out. Probably Forever Young out of those choices. Those are not good choices. Paycheck, I think again is Mel Gibson. Ninja Terminator, I don't know what that is. And a very Brady sequel. So not only did I buy the original Brady Bunch movie, I bought the second one. Why? Why, God damn it, why? I'm going to give it to Ninja Terminator because it's the only one I don't remember. And I remember the other two quite well. And they shouldn't win. All right. Super Cop. I've got a story about it. Charlie's Angels Full Throttle, I think, is the third one? Or maybe the second one? And then this looks like some original Batman. Well, not the Adam West one. Adam West wins. Super Cop is a film that they sold so badly. You can see on the actual DVD, I don't know how much of that you can actually see, but it says it's Michelle Yeoh, Super Cop, and Jackie Chan as Inspector Chan, because they really thought hard about what to call Jackie Chan in these movies when they dubbed them. On the DVD cover, it's sold as a Jackie Chan film. And I remember feeling so fucking cheated. It's not a bad film. It's not a bad film. But it's not what I was sold. All right. I'm pretty sure that is Biodome. Oh my God, Biker Boys. That is Fast and the Furious, but on motorbikes. And it made the Fast and the Furious look fucking amazing. Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves. Hey, thank you for the watch streak. This took its sweet time registering. Dear. As long as it's not the special edition, it's not bad. The special edition of Robin Hood, Prince of Thieves is absolute garbage. Like just total garbage. But then we got the Untouchables at the end, so that's going to win. I cannot believe I own fucking Biodome. That actually upsets me. In fact, I feel if I lived in a country where I could own a shotgun, I would set it up so we could shoot that in some kind of skeet style shooting contest. Twitch is the best at trying. Biker Boys, though, if you're a fan of that effect, which I used to erroneously call carpal tunnel syndrome, it's got nothing to do with carpal tunnel syndrome. But if you like that effect where they kind of like pull the focus and have like all of the lights going through you, like they do in Fast and the Furious when they do the NOS, you'll enjoy that film because it's 90% that. Oh, dear. All right, Toy Story 2 or The Nightmare Before Christmas? I'm going to have to give it Nightmare, I think. If it was the original Toy Story, I'm not so sure. But over Toy Story 2? Still like Toy Story 2, but yeah, I'm going to give that the edge. All right, we're getting to the end. That is the Rocky Horror Picture Show. And this is Rocky. Okay, at some point, I clearly tried to do an alphabetical thing, and then I must have given up. Oh, dear. All right, Rocky Horror or the first Rocky? You remember dragging your dad to the theater to watch Nightmare with me, and he didn't understand it, but he was so good to go with you? These are both good films, but in very different ways. Like, I think the first Rocky is the only good Rocky film. The rest have their moments and are fun in their own ways, but I don't think they're good films. I think the first Rocky is a good film. But it came out in 93, so you were 9. I would have been 10 when it came out. Yeah. I'm torn. And we're not going to be doing any time warps, but I think I have to give it to Rocky. Now, out of Rocky 2, 3, and 4, that's much difficult because they're all kind of trash. I think I'm going to give it to 3 because it's got Mr. T in it. Probably not a good reason to decide which film wins, but fuck it. Rocky 2 is basically just a worse remake of Rocky. And then Rocky 4 is basically the Cold War. I don't give a shit about the Cold War. Out of 2, 3, and 4, you'd give it to horror? Oh, 100%, yes. All right, Scream 2, or Scream 3. Do you know, I probably brought this when there were only 3 Scream films. I think they're up to like 6 or 7 now, something stupid like that. And then Mad Max, the original with Mel Gibson. Ting, tang, walla, walla, bing, bang. Mad Max. All right, Mad Max 2. Which one's got Tina Turner in it? Shark Boy and Lava Girl, but in 3D. The fuck is Shark Boy and Lava Girl? No, I do remember Shark Boy and Lava Girl. Okay, Beyond Thunderdome is the third one. Or The Legend of Zorro, which... I don't know which one that is. Yeah, it's Antonio Banderas and... Oh... No, am I getting confused with another set of films? Which, like the horror director did. Rodriguez? Something like that? I'm thinking of Spy Kids. I'm trying to think which one Legend was. Is this the second one, or is this the one that's got his kid in it? Legend of Zorro was Banderas before he knew English. And no CGI. I don't know. No kid in it? Then I would probably give it to the Zorro movie, I think. The Mad Maxes are pretty good for what they are. And I don't really remember that one. Well, the only movie on this page is Doom, and that's the only way it was ever going to win. But there's Doom, another classic performance from Rock the Dwayne Johnson. And a much better performance from Carl Urban, who would go on to do much better things. Oh, dear. Again, that's one of those bad films I have a little bit of a soft spot for. Like, it is bad, but definitely watchable. Also, we don't have that many pages left. LA Confidential is that very long and boring film with Kim Basinger in it. Who is Riddick? She asked like there isn't a search engine next to her. Lucky Number 11. I don't know what that is. Maybe a Bruce Willis film? No idea. Nothing is coming to mind for that. And then this looks like the original Child's Play, which I don't think you can see it on the camera anymore. But the thing is, I got a Chucky doll. I am a fan of the Child's Play movies. To be clear, I was a fan of the movies before I bought the Chucky. I brought the Chucky doll because I was a fan. I didn't become a fan because I had a Chucky doll and I needed to justify it. Riddick was Vin Diesel. Riddick was Vin Diesel, yeah. The first one, Into the Black or whatever it was called. Dark Eyes. No, that's the version of Watership Down, but with guns. But the second one, The Chronicles of Riddick, was terrible. Although the video game they did was really good. Pitch Black, thank you. I enjoyed Pitch Black. Did not enjoy the second one. All right, Stealth and Night Watch. Night Watch was one of those really hyped up things at the time. I don't really remember it. I don't remember Stealth at all. So I guess Night Watch is winning on the basis of I vaguely remember this one. I don't remember this one. And then Jay and Silent Bob do Degrasio. Well, I guess that wins. All right, final page. What a mix of movies. Jarhead, Chicken Little, and Alien Autopsy. That's not your usual triple bill. Let's just say that. Alien Autopsy, I have a feeling, was the British film. Like, part of me wants to say it's got Anton Deck in it, but I might be thinking of the wrong film. I think I'm going to give it to Chicken Little. Oh, dear. 5-star reader likes the Riddick franchise and the production backstory to the series about doing another film to get the rights to it, I think. I did not enjoy the Chronicles of Riddick. Now, there are a number of reasons why I may not have enjoyed it. One, the first time I watched it in French, which didn't help. And it was called Les Chronicles des Riddick. So I just called it Les Des. I very much enjoyed Pitch Black. I thought it was very good. I think the thing I didn't like about the second Riddick film is like Pitch Black is all designed on the idea that because they've been down in the mine for the whole time, they cannot stand the light, right? And he wears his special goggles so he can still see in the light. The Chronicles of Riddick is all about Vin Diesel very stylishly and with cameras swooping around him, taking his goggles off when he shouldn't be able to. And it vexes me. But if they ever do a third one, I don't think they ever managed to do a third one. I know they're working on another one now, but I think Vin Diesel is working on any franchise he's ever had anything to do with, because Fast and Furious is dying / dead. Although they're trying to make 4 different TV shows out of Fast and Furious somehow. They're trying to bring back Riddick. They're trying to do... Oh, was it called The Last Witch Hunter? Which I think had like Michael Caine as his like butler. Like, in what world do you have fucking Michael Caine in a Vin Diesel movie? As I'm cleaning out the shed, I will see if I can find my music one of my Case Logic cases, because I wouldn't mind doing this again. I quite enjoyed that. I didn't actually mind The Last Witch Hunter. Like I kind of like the kind of pulpy like fiction stuff like that. Do I wish it had probably starred someone other than Vin Diesel? Maybe, but you know. But yes. And I do want them to make the final Fast and Furious film so I can watch it and then forget about that franchise, because like I have a guilty pleasure of enjoying most. I actually don't know if it is most now because there's so fucking many. I don't mind the first Fast and the Furious film. It is what it is. The second one isn't as good. The third one has grown on me over the years. Like Tokyo Drift was like ridiculed at the time, and fair enough. But given what they've then done with the franchise, I think Tokyo Drift fits in more than it did when it first came out. The fourth one. Which one is the fourth one? Is that the one where they're bringing drugs through the tunnels from Mexico? Is that the fourth one? Because then the fifth one would be the bank heist, the safe from the police station. The sixth one would then be the extremely long runway. And then that would make 7 the submarine. Or maybe 7 is where they jump between the buildings. And then 8 is the submarine. And then 9 is... I have no idea. Oh, dear. Absolutely no idea. Because I think they were up to 10. As you can see, now that thing is out of the way, I can kind of have more of a look. Was there a Fast 9? Which one is on the moon? That's the one with the sub, I think. No, it's not. It's not the one with the sub. Fast 9, I think, is the one where you bring John Cena into it for the first time. Vin used to be a legit actor. Look at his early work. Here's the cautionary tale of what happens if you chase money and let your skills dull. And is possibly the one where they kill whoever played the hacker villain for way too many movies. I can't remember why they go to space. It's going to be F8 or F9. I don't think it's F. It might be F9. I don't know. They all kind of blurred together. You like the Streetsy Place branded mug? Saying again because I got a notice. Didn't go the first time, and then an error about sending the same message twice. Good old Twitch. Oh dear. Yes, the only thing I don't like about these mugs is how expensive they are, but I think if I wanted to bring the cost down, I'd have to try and get like 1,000 pre-orders, and I don't think that's going to happen. Twitch trying the best it can. Twitch again is looking like it's fairly desperate for money, because I've noticed that I can now do special events. So for a while, they've kind of allowed you to do like cheap subs where you take all of the brunt of the cheap subs. So any money that comes off the sub is taken off your portion and they keep whatever they took anyway. Which is, I did it once and then I was like, no, I don't really see how this benefits me anyway. So I'm not going to do it anymore. You know, obviously it benefits because you might end up with more subs, but any of that kind of stuff. They are really pushing Turbo, so they must make a lot more money off of Turbo for themselves than they do. Like, I wonder how many streams you would have to stop giving a subscription in for Turbo to, like, not make sense for Twitch. Like, I do wonder just how much money there is in Turbo for them. And I wonder how many people have Turbo and still have a couple of subs on the go just to support the streamer. It's one of those things. It's hard to know why. Like if I was just going to watch Twitch the way I watch Twitch, I probably would buy Turbo just because I kind of like flit around a lot. But I then also only watch Twitch for like really, unless it's someone I know, for like 2-minute increments, and then I go away. But yeah, so I can now do a special event which will give people a special badge that they can use in my chat if they give a shit ton of subs during that event. Which, I guess it's nice, so like if I do an anniversary stream, I can do like a special anniversary badge, which if people then support me on the anniversary, they can then show that off if they want, right? Like, can be kind of. I think you can set it, but I think the minimum was 5 gifted subs. But then I think you can set it to whatever you want, honestly, before people can get the badge. Oh dear. Oh dear. I think it was all I think it was only gifted subs you could do. Let me see if I can find it in the I'm not going to show you my dashboard obviously, but let me see if I can find the option again. No, that's the wrong one. Yeah, so I can create an event. Oh no, it looks like you can do it. Okay, so actually the top is 5. Set a requirement from 1 to 5 for the subs. Viewers must purchase this many new recurring subscriptions or gift subs on your channel to earn the. Okay, I think they've changed that since I looked at it. I don't remember it saying that last time, but maybe it did. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. The watch time, I think, is completely new. So you can actually give the badges to people for free as well. Okay, so it's not as bad as I thought it was. All right, fair enough. I take back my complaint. Oh, dear. But no, I mean, yeah. I do still think Twitch is probably struggling for money. So I was wondering if Twitch was going to try and pick up Stream Elements so they could start to try and take a cut of the donations as well that don't go through Twitch. Not the Stream Elements did. They never took a cut from the donations, which I think is why they now have no money. Dear. But no, it's always surprised me that Twitch hasn't tried to take a cut of donations. Trouble is, they don't want to take 50%, and no one's going to use it. Dear. But yeah, like I say, chat is incredibly hot here today. Someone's got to pay for the AI. I really want. I mean, obviously the AI bubble's not going to burst anytime soon. It looks like SpaceX is going to get its 1.5 trillion listing once all is said and done, and that is all based on AI. That I read through the documents that they put up that they have to, and yeah, it's all AI. The rockets basically mean nothing. Like, the only reason they've got rockets now is to put up space station AI centers. And yeah, they've never made a profit. Never made a profit. And this year alone, just the start of this year alone is the worst loss they've ever made. And yet somehow people are going to buy its shares for 1.5 trillion. I do not get modern business. Like, I also make a loss. If people want to buy shares in me, I'll sell them for 1.5 trillion. I'm game. Oh dear. If you put it in space, it could be real cloud storage. Oh dear. But yes, it's amazing. It's amazing to me that a space company is going public for AI. Like, fucking amazes me. It's money laundering, mainstream analysts are like, what the fuck is this? Well, I mean, the amount of money laundering between Elon, well, let's not call it money laundering for legal purposes, but like the loss-making XAI he sold to SpaceX. I believe Tesla's main customer now is SpaceX. I think SpaceX now actually owns X. I think. I think he sold it to SpaceX, so he could pay back the loans he took to buy X in the first place. I think. Like I think SpaceX is now, at some point it might even own Tesla at this rate. But again, like, even because there's no tax on wealth, and don't get me wrong, I don't know how you would tax wealth, like especially when it comes to stock market and shares. It's a much more difficult conversation than I think people realize. But because you don't tax wealth, you only tax income. And Elon Musk, in terms of cash, will make no money out of this. But he will become the world's first trillionaire. Pretty sure the Saudis will come calling for the rest of the loans. The debt was taken out by Tesla and transferred to SpaceX to pay for Twitter. Yeah, it's amazing. It is amazing. And it's all been supported, even though it's continued to be making losses. It's all been supported by the US taxpayer. Which again, I don't think a lot of people realize is that most of the money SpaceX makes has come from the taxpayer. And you're not going to get any return on that investment. But again, this kind of house of cards way of doing business seems like, I would call it a Ponzi scheme. But apparently it's not a Ponzi scheme. Why is AI still able to be in business? Because Nvidia has been propping it up. And that is the only reason. It does look now that AI believes they've got the corporate clients hooked. They are now charging a proper rate for it. Be interesting to see how many corporations dump it now, honestly. And on that depressing bombshell, you're going to go do your job to earn your paycheck and pay more taxes. Hey, thank you for stopping by, Axie, and have a wonderful long weekend. Oh, dear. Lurking in the shadows, Hollywood superstar Shia LaBeouf. But yes, it is a ridiculous house of cards. And yeah, like I said, I wish I could live my life like that. I really do. Because been arguing with the state to Guernsey over here. Although, hey, cheers for the lurk on Owen. Oh dear. What's that? The first to free down? But yeah, because they want to put our taxes up, and everyone is going to say no, don't put our taxes up. You waste money, like anyone's business. And yeah, I did this argument to them, like, I could say I want to buy a house and a new car and all this kind of stuff, and say I have a deficit of 1 million. What I can't then do is unilaterally go to my employer and say, okay, you now have to give me £1 million more every year. Right, which is what they're trying to do. They didn't like that analogy, because I think a lot of people in the room I was in kind of suddenly worked out what it is they were trying to do. And now they're going to bring out a new tax proposal, which people will only have 2 days to look at before it has to be voted on. That doesn't sound dodgy at all, does it, chat? The states of Guernsey are definitely looking at Papa America and deciding, yeah, we should do it more like that. Which is a bad, bad plan. It's a bad plan and it's not gonna work. Oh dear. I think I'm streaming on Sunday, chat. I don't know if LP is around. I don't know if other people are around this Sunday. Like, it's a long weekend, so they may not be. LP may just want to relax or do something else. I don't know. But I think I'm streaming Sunday. What else? There still won't be a Saturday stream. And then I think it's the first weekend in June, like the first Friday on June, I think is when Game Fest is, Summer Game Fest. And it's at 9 o'clock in the evening, my time. I think I am going to co-stream it. I haven't done one of those in a while. I just kind of feel like doing one. And yeah, and Satisfactory 1.2 comes out the same week. So I might just do a run of fairly long streams that week. See if we can get Satisfactory going in June. And then we need to go back to the bingo card because I think I've actually got some things I can tick off now. We're not halfway through, which is where I should be, coming up to like the half year mark, but I think there are a few more things I can tick off, and I don't know if we're going to have any bingos yet. But we'll see. As for what we'll be doing next week, I haven't got a fucking clue. Oh dear. Not a Scooby-Doo what the plan is for next week. But we will see. But yeah, hopefully you enjoyed going through the Case Logic case. I found it fairly interesting, kind of going back in history, back in time. If I can find my music one, I think that's going to be even worse. And then I think I should have a third one as well. I think I should have one that's full of like PS2, PS3, GameCube, and possibly Wii era games. I wonder if I can find that one as well. We'll see what comes out of the garage. Because I think I can finally make it into the garage on tomorrow. Although I might not, because it's meant to reach like high 20s, low 30s tomorrow. So I may not do a lot of heavy lifting tomorrow. It's done that thing I really hate. Like, I think the temperature has done like a 12, 13 degrees C swing overnight, and I can't cope with such swings in temperature. I'm not designed for it. Oh dear. I have to see if I can find my extension cable, see if I can get the air conditioner working possibly for this weekend in here as well. But I think I am going to call it there, chat. I don't think I've got anything else to talk about. And Friday streams are always meant to be a little... Oh, you're watching Sheep Detectives this weekend? I want to see it. I've heard nothing but good things about that film so far. And I really want to see it. Cannot say the same about the new Star Wars film. I've heard nothing but bad things about that so far. Even from like Star Wars diehards, I'm hearing nothing but bad things. So it might mean it's a good film. Detectives Who Are yeah, like I say, it looks good. I am amazed that it's Amazon who are putting that movie out. I think you're starting to see that MGM may actually be allowed to run their own business and not actually be ruled by Amazon's addiction to numbers, at least for now, which gives me more hope that the next Bond film might be okay. If they make more money than sharing it in streaming, then it's a win for Disney. I mean, I think they will. Like, even though, because I don't think it's been released. I think it might release today to the general public. And even though it's been reviewing badly, that's not going to put your Star Wars fanboys off. And I would imagine that there is one of the big things with Disney films, especially if they're going for the summer blockbuster, is they lose a lot of their appeal if you do not see it in a cinema. Because a lot of it is the spectacle and the sound, which you can only really get in a cinema unless you're rich and you can build your own cinema of great sound system and great screen. But from what I understand, this movie basically just goes from set piece to set piece, which may work in the cinema. It may make it a really enjoyable summer blockbuster. It doesn't make it a good film. But it might work. Yeah, but like the Sheep Detective just looks like it's a good film. It's like an anime movie. It costs a little more than an episode, but if you make it back, the overall big numbers don't matter. Yeah, I'm sure they will. What I will be surprised by is if this is going to, because they're hoping this is going to kick off the new era of Star Wars. That I would find surprising. That really will depend on what the fan backlash is after they've seen it. And yeah, I mean, but yeah, we'll see. But yeah, all the reviews I've read have just made this sound like an incredibly lazy cash grab, which is very disappointing from Jon Favreau. He's made some really good films in the past. So I don't know if he's just drunk the Kool-Aid or if he knows he's made a really bad film, but had to get it out the door. Like, it'd be interesting to see what he says about this movie when he doesn't have to say it's the best film he's ever made. Be interesting to see if he considers this like a good film or if he one he had to make. We won't know that for a number of years. I am glad to see that the cinemas are starting to do well again. I'm kind of glad that the younger generation are starting to see the benefit of the cinema. The fact that the benefit seems to be we're forced to put away our phones is kind of disappointing. Like, you can put your phones away wherever you are. I don't know if you know this, but you can be anywhere and you can put your phone away. It's very easily done. Shock horror, most of the times when I leave the house, I don't even take my phone with me, which is when I should take my mobile phone with me in case I fall over and die. But then who would I call if I did? So it doesn't matter. I honestly think, like, it depends what kind of movie you're trying to make, right? And, you know, some of them are just going to be, it's a blockbuster for that summer, right? So you're going for big spectacle. The fact that I imagine a lot of people's idea of where the movies are shown has shifted from cinema to the house. I honestly think it's harder to do spectacle like that. I really do. Because again, a lot of it for me anyway, a lot of it comes down to the sound. The incredibly good subwoofers and bass, the aircraft or whatever it is whooshing over your head. And then, obviously the big screen as well helps. Which, yeah, okay, you can replicate in your house if you've got the money, but, it's never quite the same. So I think a lot of people have tried to, like, reimagine the summer blockbuster and have made them incredibly boring. Sometimes a film doesn't need to make sense. I think is the thing that I'm trying to get to here. Like, a summer blockbuster does not need to make any sense. You just kind of want to be along with the action while you're watching it. And then when you're 5 minutes out and you're walking back to your car or whatever it is after you've watched the film, then you kind of go, wait, what? Whereas if you come out of a and this, obviously this is playing on my mind with all the kind of Lionel Richie killer stuff that I'm working at the moment. If you come out of a mystery film and go, wait, what? You failed. So, we didn't have a phone call yesterday, but there was a flurry of activity on the Teams chat. The Teams chat used to be me, the producer, and the one suit. The Teams chat is now me, the producer, and I think at last count it was up to 15 people, like names I don't recognize. And I don't know if it's a good sign that more people are jumping in or a bad sign that more people are jumping in. But I'll do an update video. I'll probably do an update video after the next call because I think that's going to finalize a lot of things. I don't think I'm going to be able to call it the Lionel Richie Killer Project anymore. I think that ship has sailed. I have a feeling it's going to be set in a kind of like Dungeons and Dragons / Warcraft / Tolkien-esque fantasy world now. Don't know what this project is anymore. Still 10 episodes. They still want to do a kind of fake band approach. A lot of people, like I said, I've seen a lot of traffic come through my Patreon site where I put all of my March Madness stories. So I think they're being shared around. The one I started about the murder guitar has been referenced a lot. So I think they kind of like that idea. So I think we might be doing a mystery based on a musical instrument that is killing people. Oh dear. No, not a chance. Not a chance. But it's definitely changed. It definitely has changed in scope. I don't get paid until the end, right? So they gave me a little bit when I signed on. That's all gone because I've had to pay a lot of doctors and hospital bills. Because the doctors know there's something wrong with my blood, but they can't work out what it is and what's causing it. And it's turning into a very expensive thrill ride to try and work out what it is. So it's Stephen King's Car thing, but musical? A little bit, yeah. It's Rubber, but better. Wait, was Rubber that terrible one about the car tire that made no sense? Yes, it better be better than that. Because that film was fucking stupid and pretentious and I hated it. And if it's not, you got the cult circuit. I mean, honestly, just judging by the conversations that are going on in teams, I haven't said a lot. I've just been watching them go on. Now, obviously, they've got numbers that they need to hit, and based on how well they think it will go is how much budget they'll put towards it and that kind of stuff. The Killer Tie, that's hilarious. You loved it. You can't believe they made a whole movie. Yeah, the trouble is they didn't really, and it was essentially about the death of Hollywood, but around a killer tire, rather than it just being like Jack Frost, not the Michael Keaton one, is about a killer snowman, right? That's all it's about. The snowman just wants to kill, and that is fun. There's no real political message, or if there is, I missed it. Whereas Rubber was very much a political message, and very little about a car tire that was trying to murder people. And I was very disappointed in that. I'm assuming it was made as like an offshoot of a university project. Like that's kind of the feeling I got from that movie. But which yes, the Michael Keaton Jack Frost is about a dad who dies and then realizes he wasted his whole life by not looking after his kids. and then he melts. Or something. Now, if I remember the other Jack Frost, the first one, it may be the first or the second one, I believe the way they kill Jack Frost in the first one is they push him into a pickup truck bed that is full of antifreeze. I don't think that's how the kids get rid of their scary dad come back to life as a snowman, but maybe, I don't know. I don't know if I've ever watched the whole of the Michael Keaton. Is it even Michael? I think it's Michael Keaton. I don't think I've even watched the whole of the Michael Keaton Jack Frost. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. But no, I know. And let me know what you think of Sheep Detectives. I'm very much looking forward because, yeah, I want to see that as well at some point. And hopefully you can enjoy it. You can rent the digital version on Amazon. Is that true in the UK? Michael Keaton. Oh, this might be it, but that's not a cover. No, this was made in... Oh my God. There is another Jack Frost. Okay, that's Jack Frost 2. That is the original one. I don't know about the second one. There is another Jack Frost movie made in 2022. A family is terrorized by a Christmas demon, Jack Frost, and must learn their family's dark secrets that link to why they are cursed. This Christmas, Jack will stop at nothing to exact his vengeance on those left in the bloodline. It's got a 4.8 out of 5? Well, now I wish I had $4.99 to waste renting a fucking movie. Okay, I don't think the star system means a lot. Jack Frost 2, which is the sequel to there's the original. Oh no, that's okay. They've got a Riff Tracks version of it. Do they have the original? I don't know. So the sequel to Jack Frost 2, which I have in the DVD case, the murderous snowman is refrozen and brought back to life with a taste for vengeance. He finds he's impervious to heat and bullets and seeks revenge on Sheriff Sam, who's on a Caribbean holiday. Will he exact his icy revenge? Or this has got a 4.3 out of 5. So I'm going to say that the rating system is not the best. Oh, dear. Oh, dear. The Riff Tracks version of Jack Frost, which is the only one I can find. Oh, no, there it is. There's the one. Okay, so the Riff Tracks version of Jack Frost has got a 5 out of 5 stars. People fucking loved it. But apparently it's perfect. Cannot be improved. That's what 5 out of 5 means. Should have won an Oscar. The non-Riff Tracks version of Jack Frost, which I can buy for $4.99 from Amazon, has got a 4.2 out of 5. So according to the Amazon ranking system, the sequel, hey Creed, how's it going? Welcome. The sequel to Jack Frost, not the Michael Keaton movie, is better than the original. And I can guarantee you, having watched both in the past, that is not true. I now feel the need that I have to find something that can play DVDs again so I can watch these. I have a horrible feeling that the Jack Frost DVDs might be region 1 and not region 2, which means I then need to find a unregion locked thing that can play DVDs. Oh dear. Yeah, see, I think if they're region 2, did the PS4 still have a DVD player in it, or is it purely Blu-ray at that stage? I don't think I've got a PS3 lying around, which definitely did both. Blu-ray player will play DVDs. Okay, I might see if I can, because I might see if I can find my PS4 and set that up. Because, yeah, I do kind of want to watch them again now. Oh, dear. But yes, I do not trust the Amazon star system. None of those movies should be in the Force. I'm sorry. What do they think of the Michael Keaton one? Do they think that one's better or worse? Okay, they do prefer the Michael Keaton one, not to the Riff Tracks version of Jack Frost. That was a perfect movie. The Michael Keaton Jack Frost has got 4.8 out of 5. Does it have substantially more votes? Okay. I think I also have to look at how many people have voted. So, the 4.8 star system for the Michael Keaton Jack Frost is 3.3 thousand votes. The Riff Tracks version of Jack Frost, which has got a perfect 5, is 2 votes. Jack Frost 2, which has got 4.3, is 289 votes, which is more than I would have thought. And 497 votes for the original Scary Snowman Killer Jack Frost for a 4.2. Oh, dear. Oh, yeah, and that new Jack Frost has got a 4.8. That's only 705 votes. So I still think the Michael Keaton one is probably the one people remember the most. I also think it's probably the creepiest one. It's not meant to be, because obviously Jack Frost is a killer snowman who is killing people. But I think your dead dad being a snowman is honestly creepier than the horror movie. But I'm glad, like, I feel like Sheep Detective is hopefully the first foot back into making insanely bonkers family films again. Because I'm sick of superheroes. I'm sick of whatever the fuck else they've been making recently. Let's start having fun again. Do you remember fun? I remember fun. Oh, dear. But yes, all right, chat. That is going to do it for the day. I hope you enjoyed. Like I say, I think I'm back Sunday. I haven't heard from LP yet, though. So I don't know. And I don't know what we'll be playing on Sunday, but hopefully I'll be back Sunday. Other than that, have a lovely weekend, everybody, and I will see you all when I see you all. Bye for now.